when it comes to Claude Code, your PC actually doesn't matter. What if I told you you could run Claude Code on a powerful cloud server instead of your local machine? If you've ever used Claude Code Desktop, you might have noticed this button. And of course, by default, we're running Claude Code locally on our machines. And of course, we have the option of running it in the cloud. But you might have noticed this option to add an SSH connection. And this will ask you for a bunch of really interesting information. So what is an SSH connection? Should you use it? And how do you set all of this up? In this video, I'll answer all of those questions, and it's really simple to set up. But just to give you a really quick demo, I'm running Claude Code Desktop on a Windows PC. What operating system are we currently on, and what is the server time? And when I send this is running Claude Code on my own machine. So it says we're running Windows 11 Pro, and it's currently March 15th, 8:34. Now, watch what happens if we create a new session. Now I'm going to change this from local to my remote server. Of course, you won't have this option yet. We can select a folder on that remote machine. Let's ask that exact same question again. And now we're getting the details of that remote server, which is running Linux as the operating system. And the time is 6:35 a.m., confirming that we did indeed connect to a remote server, and we're running Claude Code on that server now. So now you might be wondering, why would we want to connect to a remote server instead of just running everything locally on our own machine? So at the moment, we've got Claude set up on our laptop or desktop, which also means we have all of our code, the project dependencies, the database, everything running on our local machine. So unless we've backed up the code somewhere else, if we lose our machine, we lose our code as well. Now, let's say we set up a virtual private server, or a VPS for short. This server is running in the cloud and it's always available. So even if we shut down our PC, all of the code is still running on that machine, and Claude Code will happily continue making changes as well. So instead of Claude Code running on our own machine, we'll install it and run it on this remote server instead. And instead of installing the project and all of the dependencies on our machine, what we'll do instead is move all of those to the VPS as well. This keeps our machine lean and tidy. In fact, all we're running on our machine would be Claude Code Desktop. And our machine will happily just connect to the VPS to make any changes to the code base. That's it. If you're building something really complex that requires a lot of resources, your own hardware might be the actual bottleneck. This means you can actually set up a VPS that's a bit more powerful than your actual hardware. And depending on your project, this might be perfect for you. I've seen that this is especially true when it comes to game development and even machine learning tasks. Now, since Claude Code and all of our project dependencies are running on this VPS, we can actually connect to that server from all of our different hardware as well. We're no longer restricted by a single device. We could connect to the VPS from our laptop, we could connect to it from our work PC, and any other devices we might have. This gives us a lot of flexibility in accessing our project and Claude Code from pretty much anywhere. Now, in order for all of these devices to connect to this remote server, we will be using an SSH connection. Of course, there's a lot of other benefits as well, but let's actually have a look at setting all of this up. In Claude Code Desktop, go to the Code tab and start a new session. From there, click on Add SSH Connection. Now we can give this connection any name we want, like My Remote Server. Now, in order to set all of these up, we will need our remote server. Now, of course, there are plenty of ways of setting up a server. You could just sign up to Amazon and spin up an EC2 instance, but the easiest solution I found was to simply use Hostinger. If you follow this link, it will take you to this page that says that this will deploy N8N in one click. You don't have to worry too much about that, but it is a happy incident. So when you set up the server using this template, it will also install N8N on the server, which is a really cool automation platform. Now, of course, we won't look at N8N in this video, but I just wanted to mention it. It is a really cool side benefit. Now, all we have to do is select our server. Like, I'm going to just go with the KVM2 plan, but you can definitely go with KVM1 as well. Under coupon code, you can enter the code Leon, and this will give you an additional 10% off. Then you can simply continue with the checkout process. You will have to set your root password, and then afterwards you should see this dashboard. Simply go to Terminal, and the first thing we're going to do is install Claude Code. Now, you can simply type all of this out yourself, but I'll also include all of the instructions in my community below. The first command we have to run is this one, which will install Claude Code. Then we need to run this command as well. This will just kind of set up the path variable for Claude Code. Then finally, we can run this command, which is just source ~.profile. And that was really the worst part of this entire setup. The rest is really simple. We can now run the Claude command, and if all of that was set up correctly, we will be able to access Claude Code. Of course, for you, it's actually going to ask you to first sign into Claude Code. So just go through the setup instructions by either using your subscription or the API tokens. I do recommend going with a subscription, as Claude Code can get really expensive. Now that we've got Claude Code set up, I'm just going to exit out of Claude Code for a second and run the command who am I. This is the user that we have to use in Claude Code Desktop. So that means in Claude Code Desktop, this would be root at, and then the server host would be this IPv4 value down here. The port will always be 22. And now finally, we just have to set up this identity file. Now to create this file, we have to run a command on our local machine. So whether you're using Linux or Mac or Windows, open up the command prompt or terminal, then run the command ssh-keygen-t, just enter some value here, -C, and we can just give this any name we want, like Hostinger VPS. I'll just call mine Hostinger VPS demo. Then press enter. I'm going to overwrite this file. For the passphrase, just press enter again, press enter, and that's really it. Now we simply need to copy this key, so you can just copy it like this, or you can just run a command like this to copy that value to the clipboard. In fact, I need to correct myself. Copying this value actually doesn't do anything. You need to run this command to copy the value that's currently stored in this file to the clipboard. If you're on Mac, you can run this command to do the same thing. Then simply paste that value somewhere safe. I'm just using Notepad off to the side here. Now that we have our key, we can go back to the Hostinger terminal, so on the VPS, and I promise you we're almost done. This is actually the hardest part. Run this command, make dir -p ~/SSH. Then we have to pass that secret key. So we do that by sending echo, then in double quotes, you can just paste in that key of yours, double greater than signs, ~/.ssh/authorized keys. So for me, it looks something like this. Let's press enter. Then we'll set the permissions with chmod 700, ~/.ssh, and finally we'll run chmod 600 ~/.ssh/authorized_keys. And believe it or not, that's everything we have to do for the setup. We should now be able to connect Claude Code Desktop to a server. So in Claude Code Desktop, we just have to populate this identity file. And as a reminder, it's a file that we created over here called id_ and whatever we called it. So all you have to provide is ~/.ssh/ and then whatever we call that file, excluding the .pub extension at the end. And if everything went well, our connection was created. I'm just going to create a new session. Let's select that remote server. Of course, we can create subdirectories in that remote server as well. Maybe let's actually do that. To create a folder, I'll just run the make dir command, -p, and then we'll just call this one projects. And that should be good enough. And now in Claude Code Desktop, we can indeed see our projects folder. So if you want to create more folders, it's really simple. Let's select this folder and let's say, hey, let's trust this workspace. And that's it. We just connected Claude Code Desktop to our remote server. And in fact, we can see that we are connected down here and we are pointing to the correct folder. This is just awesome. And we did get a response back from Claude Code as well. If you want more advanced tips and tricks on using Claude Code, then consider joining my school community, AgenteLabs. We've got all sorts of really cool classrooms like Claude Code and a vibrant community of AI builders who share and learn from each other. We also have weekly Q&A sessions where you can talk to me directly. It's only $7 per month for the first 1,000 members, so you definitely don't want to miss out. Then YouTube thinks you'll enjoy this other video. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.